Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another Sacred Pause meditation. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves, looking after yourselves, and being kind to yourselves. So, in the usual way, just open sacred space. Opening sacred space means setting the intention for a sacred, divine quiet. Sometimes a period or a space of reflection can allow you such incredible peace, a journey towards freedom, and the revelation of the simplicity of life and what it brings to us. So either way, whichever way you open sacred space, setting the intention or quietly placing your hands on your heart, closing your eyes, and just taking a few deep breaths in. Just enter into meditation. Everything begins with the breath. The new baby takes a breath when it's born. When we have an idea and we set off, we often really breathe deeply. When we feel stressed, we can use the breath to calm the mind. When we're in pain, we can use the breath to ease the pain. So whatever is relevant for you at this time, just take a breath. Allow yourself to go into the simplicity of the breath so that all that exists is you and the breath. Just allow yourself to go inside the body, concentrating on the simplicity of the body and how it works. Breathing in allows new exercise, new air, new life. And breathing out allows release, relief, and a letting go. Life, in the true sense, as it was known by the wise ones, by the wise elders, by the ancient cultures, is incredibly simple. The ancients used to rise at sunrise and sleep at sundown, or then maybe sit around the campfire, the settlement, maybe singing songs, telling stories, telling the traditional folklore stories. Living in the tents or the huts or the houses. The people would worship the land, welcome the land, toil the land as farmers. They respected the land, they connected to the land. And many of them realized that through connection and through karma, they had issues to resolve with one another, but they remained in the heart. They remained focused on what needed to be done, rather than the kind of extra complications that we have in life today. So be aware of how you feel right now. Be aware of the peace and the tranquility that you could and deserve to feel if you allowed yourself more simplicity in life. And just take a few moments now to reflect on how complicated you have made your life. Do you live a simple life? Could you make that even more simple, perhaps? Just take a few minutes to reflect on the simplicity of life, the beauty of life, the joy of life and living. When we live a simple life, we're aware of the whispers from the universe. The whispers from the universe. The whispers from the soul that maybe bring to mind a friend who we might need to contact. We're aware of the whispers of the soul when we need to get into nature and connect. Maybe when we need a massage. When we need to eat more healthy rather than eating on the hop and eating maybe too much fast food or too much fried food, too much salt perhaps. It's time for you to start to simplify your life perhaps. Or maybe you like the complicated life. Maybe you like everything about your life right now. Maybe you are happy just as everything is. But maybe, just maybe, there is a need to bring a reflections of peace, calm, quiet, to touch with deep contentment. And maybe it's time for you to honor who you really are. Honor your own well-being, your own inner peace, your own inner calm. I want you to think for a moment what it would be like if you did live a more simple life without stress, pressure. Imagine a world that lived and respected nature, that respected and accepted the cycles of nature, the cycles of acceptance, cycles of the wheels of life, death, and new beginnings, which is actually happening every day. Many of you will no doubt journal your feelings after a meditation. Or maybe just sit quietly and reflect upon what a simple life would mean for you. Maybe you hate the simplicity of life. Maybe you really dislike having quiet time. But maybe it is time for change. Maybe it is time for simplicity. You will all know within your heart for sure. So please take time after this meditation to reflect, to feel the peace and the longings in your soul for perhaps a more simple life. Namaste, my dear friends. Take care of yourselves. Welcome in differences, changes, with great appreciation and simplicity. Namaste.